He walked in on me unannounced, and in that instant I froze. My landlord was standing right there, watching me, my hand still betraying me, moving against my will. And instead of shame, instead of fear, I felt something else, something I never thought I'd admit. I was ready for him. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because it helps us grow and keeps you from missing stories like this one. I've always carried a secret, and even when I was younger, I found more pleasure in my own touch than in any boyfriend's arms. I've had men, I've kissed, I've touched, I've gone all the way. But nothing ever compared to what I gave myself. No one knew the rhythm of my body like I did. No one could push me over the edge the way I could in silence behind locked doors when the world thought I was sleeping. What started as innocent curiosity became my deepest habit, and no matter how good it felt to be with someone else, I always ended up back where it began with just me and my own hands. Living alone made it easier to keep this hidden, but my apartment wasn't completely safe because my landlord had keys and never respected boundaries. He always had a reason to show up without warning, and I told myself it was nothing, just part of renting a place like this. But deep down, I knew privacy wasn't promised, and one night that fragile promise was broken forever. He was older, rugged, the kind of man who carried the scent of cigarettes and leather wherever he went, and though I never admitted it out loud, I noticed the way his eyes lingered on me whenever he came by to fix something in the apartment. I tried to convince myself it was harmless, maybe even my imagination, but I felt the weight of his gaze, and the way it seemed to travel over me. I kept brushing it off until the night everything changed. I thought I was safe, I thought the door was locked, and I let myself slip into that private world where nothing existed but me, my body, and the rhythm I craved. My hand moved with the kind of urgency only I understood, my breathing heavy, my thoughts lost in a place no one else had ever been able to take me, when suddenly I heard the faint creak of the door. At first I told myself it was the wind, but then came footsteps, steady and heavy, each one pulling me out of my trance. I opened my eyes and there he was, my landlord, standing in the doorway, frozen, his expression unreadable as his eyes fell on me. My heart stopped. I should have screamed. I should have covered myself. I should have pushed him out, but I didn't. Instead, my breath caught. My hand hesitated for a moment, then moved again. Slower, bolder, almost as if I was daring him to keep watching. Time seemed to stretch as 1,000 thoughts clashed inside my head telling me this was wrong, that he shouldn't be there, that I needed to stop. But beneath all that noise was a single truth I couldn't deny. I wanted him to see. His eyes grew darker, his hand twitched against the doorframe, his body tense like he was fighting against stepping closer, and still I didn't stop. I let out a soft sound, almost involuntary, one that broke the silence and told him more than words ever could. That was all it took for him to take a step inside, the door clicking shut behind him as the air between us shifted into something heavy and electric. My heart pounded so hard I thought it would tear through my chest, my body trembling not with fear but with anticipation, and every inch of me burned with the awareness that the space between us was shrinking. He didn't speak, and I couldn't find the strength to say anything either. But in that moment, words weren't needed because everything was written in the way we looked at each other. The tension pressed down like a weight I couldn't escape, and for the first time I realized I wasn't just letting him take control of the moment, I was giving it to him. Or maybe, if I was being honest, I had already given it to him long before this night ever began. He stumbled into the room, his words tangled as he tried to cover the reason for being there. I came to check the leak, the water," he stammered, his eyes darting everywhere except me, but his trembling voice gave him away. His hand brushed the pipe under the sink, a meaningless gesture, because he wasn't focused on repairs at all. I never stopped, my hands still moving, my breath still uneven, my eyes locked on him as if daring him to keep pretending. His chest rose and fell fast, each breath louder, heavier, and I could see the battle in him. Walk away, or give in. I didn't say a word. I didn't need to. My silence was permission, my body was an invitation, and he knew it. His restraint shattered, his steps closing the distance between us in a rush. His breath came in ragged bursts, his voice low, unsteady, breaking as he whispered, "You've been teasing me, giving me the signs. I can't hold it anymore. Let me show you what a real man can do." and in that moment, everything I had been craving, everything I had been daring him toward, came crashing into reality. That night rewrote the rules of everything between us. He never mentioned the leak again, never spoke about what happened in words, but the silence between us told the story louder than anything he could have said. After that, his visits grew more frequent. Sometimes he'd pretend he had work to do around the apartment, tightening screws that didn't need fixing or checking pipes that weren't leaking, but I knew. I saw it in his eyes, the way they stayed on me too long, the way his breath caught in his throat when I moved just a little closer than I needed to. And me? I couldn't forget the look on his face when he lost control, the way his voice broke when he told me he couldn't hold back, the way his body betrayed the careful, disciplined man he tried to be. Every time I hear footsteps in the hallway now, every time my door creaks open without warning, my heart races, my body remembers, and I wonder if tonight will be the night he stops pretending again. Some secrets are too heavy to keep hidden, and some desires are stronger than the rules we try to build around them. And maybe, just maybe, I don't want to resist anymore. Tell me. If someone caught you at your most vulnerable, if they saw you exactly the way I was seen that night, would you hide in shame, or would you let them in? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what comes next.